Yo, another morning exercise for me. I think this morning I did 25 push-ups, 25 of each exercise. When I'm watching this, I'm like, man, that doesn't look like a full range of motion, but it felt like it was, so that's kind of what counts. And I'm just building up my endurance at this stage to do proper push-ups. You can obviously see some striations or whatever you want to call it in my shoulders as I'm doing them. I haven't really tried to do full press-ups for a while since the last video that I did at Mangere, so maybe I should give that a go. Maybe, I don't know, once a week I should do full, like proper press-ups, and then just see how many I can do. I think this is when I'm fatiguing and just taking my time. Then I do squats. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the squats, eh? They're quite painful. As you can imagine, carrying 140 or whatever kgs. I'm using my bed to kind of indicate when to go back up. It's always a bit cringe watching yourself. But yeah, I mean, if you don't want to watch any of this, just skip ahead. But after this, then I go into what is it? Curls. I should actually check the weight on the bar to see how much it actually is. I'm not really too fussed about the weight, to be honest. It's more about just getting the reps in, and then over time, obviously, I'll kind of work my way up to some more weight, or just go to the gym. But for the time being, this is convenient. I can get it done first thing in the morning. I don't have to worry about wasting time driving to a gym. And then next is the bar little curls. Doesn't look like it's doing much. It does feel like it's doing something, but watching it here, it doesn't really look like it's actually doing much for me. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. And then after this, I do shoulder press. Just taking a rest. Can sense the fatigue. I really like this exercise. I don't really know what it's for. I guess it's for the top of the chest and the shoulders. I think at this point I'm basically just fatigued because I haven't really had a rest per exercise, just been going at it. I think when I time myself from start to finish, the whole thing takes about 7 or 8 minutes. And then I decided to do like on the bed with, it's actually really light, but I like to try and just do different exercises. Realistically, there won't be enough weight to put on this bar to make it challenging enough, but I guess it's just the movement that I'm after. It's kind of the main point. And then after this, I go for my walk. I don't know. It's 8. What is it? It's not 8 o'clock. 7:27 in the morning. Forgive the shaky camera while I get sorted. I'm just going for my morning walk. I was just reflecting. I was sitting in front of the printer waiting for something to print for ages, and it took too long, so decided to worry about it later. But I'm walking home to my fiance's from her parents' house, and I started to think, like, I kind of like this process of like walking with a specific purpose. Like otherwise I just do my little walk around the neighborhood and it's only like 15 minutes. It's not a big walk, but this one is 30 to 40 minutes and it's like, I don't know, I just like it. Carry my bag, go for a walk, do my recording, kind of get it all done at the same time. I guess, why am I saying this? The reason I think I'm saying this is because what works for you works for you. So, yeah. It's so dumb when I say it. Sounds so dumb. What am I trying to say? Find out what works for you. Like, I don't know. Maybe this works for now. Obviously, when we move, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I have an idea of what this something else might be, and it basically involves the Hamilton Lake. Because she works very close to the lake, so we've been there a couple of times, and we're hoping to go down tomorrow and Friday to go see some rental properties and see where we want to live for the next however long, year or 2 years in Hamilton. And for context, I've lived in Auckland my whole life, Auckland, New Zealand. So this is home to me. And I actually grew up in Mount Albert, Point Chev, and I really loved living there. The only reason that we moved was because we basically got kicked out of our government state home, We were there for 23-ish, maybe more years. So like, I thought that was my only house, but it turns out it wasn't. Turns out I actually lived somewhere else as well. I was just too young to remember. But yeah, I've never moved out of city, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, I kind of moved out of my parents and started staying with her. But that's not the same as like moving to another city, or even what she did when she was younger, moving to another country. And I know lots of people who have done that. And man, you guys deserve props, because I couldn't imagine doing that. But I guess one day I will get the privilege of doing that myself. Okay, Nathan, get to the point. So this is the thing with this whole like documenting my life, documenting my days. It's like I never know what to talk about. I always think, oh, you know, structure is important. Absolutely. Having a system is important. Absolutely. But sometimes sticking to that structure is the hard part, because maybe something doesn't quite fit. And you know, I've been working on routines for a very, very long time. Invested a ton of energy, money and time into working on a routine, building a routine, but they kind of come and go. And I guess the thing that is true for life and for most things is that you have to be okay with not figuring it out right away, and you need to iterate, change, try different things. So I guess that's the secret, which is not really a secret, is just try a bunch of stuff, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's okay. Just keep going, because the moment you stop, you start like, well, you lose progress, you lose momentum, and then when you do want to start, you got to start all over again, and you got to break through the initial resistance. You know, Darren Hardy talks about this as like breaking inertia. It's like when you try to think about a rocket that launches. You know, the takeoff requires the most energy, and then when it's in the upper atmosphere, it kind of just like glides effortlessly, or not glides, but it moves effortlessly in space, because the hard work is done, and you just need little tiny pushes of effort. I'm explaining this horribly, but hopefully you get the picture. I need to cross the road, so I'm going to put the phone down and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Yo, picking up where I left off. It's okay, just across the road, and I've kind of decided to walk the long way home instead of the shorter way. So this will probably be a 40-50 minute walk instead of a 30-40 one. What was I saying? Oh, I think I was just talking about like try to find what works for you in terms of a morning routine. And it's really important to have a morning routine, because while you can't control what happens during the day, like I saw something on Facebook where like our days could go a million different ways. So this is something that Darren Hardy talks about in his book is, I think he talks about it, is the idea of bookending your day. So starting it, what's your routine when you wake up, and then ending it, closing the book. What do you do to wind down? What does winding down look like? What does winding down mean to you? So I guess I'll talk about myself. So at the moment, as you might have seen, my morning routine is basically, my ideal morning routine is wake up between 5 and 6, because that's sort of when I seem to wake up. And first thing, generally, is to go to the toilet, brush my teeth with my left hand, my less dominant hand, which is something I learned from Jim Quick, basically teaching your brain something new, trying something difficult. So I'm right hand dominant, so brushing my teeth with my left hand has been quite a challenge. It's getting better, it's getting easier, it's getting more natural. And then so get up, go to the toilet, brush my teeth, and then do my push-ups, squats, curls, press, which I'm evolving. So initially it was just press-ups, and then it became press-ups or push-ups and squats, and eventually I'll work up to 10 different exercises. And then I make the bed, and then I was going for a walk, but I've kind of shifted that at the moment to start journaling. And my journal is basically just writing down what I've done so far, writing down what I'm grateful for in that moment, and then 25 minutes reading a book, and then I try to pair that up with then going for a walk, said walk right now. After that, I will sometimes do another reading of a book, or I'll do a course, because I have a ton of courses need to do, and then I'll have breakfast, and then do the dishes, and then this is where it gets a bit hazy for me. I'm not really sure what happens next. So for me, I try to control the morning in 4 to 6 hours, or 4 hours I would say. So if I get up at 5 or 6, then my routine stops at 9 or 10, and then basically the day happens. And then for the evening routine, I set this new rule of no device at 8:30, because it gave me about 90 minutes of runway of time to actually wind down and go to sleep by 10, in order to get up at 6, for example. Let's say if you want to get up at 5, you want to go to sleep at 9. And in order to do that, you need to adjust your wind down period. Like maybe you need to stop things at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whatever it is.
whatever it looks like to you. And my wind down is 8:30. Put the phone away, put the laptop away, like charge it in a different room, and then read a book for half an hour. So say 8:30 to 9, and then 9 journal about the day for 10-15 minutes. Talk about what I'm grateful for, and maybe that's to 9:20, and then I was doing meditation, like a breathing exercise to get my mind ready, and that's like 5 minutes or something. And then around 9:30ish, I would try to do a prayer. Basically ask God to take my worries away, thank Him for the day, and drift off to sleep before 10. That's like the ideal routine. An ideal routine. Anyway, I need to cross the road, so put the phone down. Couldn't resist. Bro, I haven't had KFC in so long. Anyway, back to my walk. Speaking of, so we have Popeyes and Burger King right next to each other. As if we needed more fast food restaurants in South Auckland. I've tried Popeyes, and I gotta say, it's alright. The burgers, or sandwiches as they call them, they're alright. Chicken, it's alright. It's a little different to KFC. They're kind of similar in some ways, but it's not amazing. I think my favorite takeaway is still McDonald's and Burger King. I don't know why, but I love cheeseburgers from Burger King, McDonald's. I don't even like the Big Mac anymore, eh? It doesn't taste that good. And then from BK, I like the Whopper and like the bomb burgers. But yeah, anyway, focus on the walk. Yo, as I forgot what I was saying actually. I'll just edit this. One thing I thought about is about habits and behaviors. One thing that I've noticed that I'm actually actively working on is I have this habit of like just shoving food in my mouth when I'm hungry instead of saying a prayer. So my fiance will be like, "Did you pray?" And I'm like, food's in my mouth, chewing, and I'm like, oh crap. And it's happened so many times recently, like I've just been not even thinking, I just get the food, eat. And I'm trying to slow down. What I used to do is before I would eat, I would actually like log the food in Fitbit. It's a manual process, it takes ages. I was like, and then I actually downloaded this new app. It's called Macro Factor. I actually paid for a year's subscription, and bro, I barely use it. The only reason I bought it was because it was hailed as this like simple way of tracking your food, and basically AI, you take a picture and it tells you the macro breakdown. And like first time I used it, it didn't work, so I was like, oh F this. Then the other day I took a picture and it did actually work, so I just need to actually use it. My bad. See, this is the problem when you're filming yourself in public. As soon as somebody walks in your direction, I feel the need to put the phone down and stop recording, just out of respect for them and their privacy. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, food. I'm trying to improve my routine, my behavior, I should say, towards food. Taking time, praying first, maybe logging it, because I've been pretty inconsistent. I've actually broken so many consistencies. The only one that I have done is basically posting, recording and publishing. Everything else has kind of fallen apart in the process, so I need to fix that. Anyway, I'm almost home, so I think I'll call it here, and I'll touch base with you later in the day. So, yeah.
So we actually drove out to the city to see a friend, and then we decided to come to Mission Bay to grab some food. We got this mean planko type burger. That was really good, man. That was mean.
Kia ora. It is 6:30 in the evening. Just out. We just finished a walk, and I figured I'll just do a final recording for the night. I actually wanted to do this earlier, but I couldn't. So yeah, it's been a heck of a day. I went for a walk. We went for a walk at Mangere. I think I'm at 8,800. Probably can't see that. 8,800 steps, which is good. I haven't done all of my push-ups and stuff. I'm kind of tired. I guess I'll do that when I get home. And we still need to have dinner, so I'll do that, and then I'll probably start winding down and try to have an early night, because I'm actually wanting to like significantly reduce my time on different things like social media. Drastically want to change that, and LinkedIn and YouTube, and actually basically start cleaning up my digital space, like my laptop, my phone. Just get rid of shit. Just too much clutter, too much noise, too much distractions. I did this webinar this morning, and I got access to like this insane productivity assessment, which basically told you how much time you're wasting on all of these different things. And I think it was, for me, it was like 86 hours a week or something. Like, it was a huge number. And then it breaks down to like how much time you're losing in a year, how much money you're losing based on like an hourly rate, and it gives you like a score. My score wasn't that great, so I might share it. I might put it on the screen just so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, I think that's enough for now. I don't really have anything to say. It's not how I want to end the video, but it's just one of those days. See you tomorrow, and Saturday, day 46. See you tomorrow.